Conference will now be recorded.
Okay. Hi friends, good morning. So in this Business Intelligence Master Program, so this is our fourth session. In this session, we will see how to create Azure account. Okay. So we will see what we are going to do in today's session is we are going to see prerequisites to create free subscription in Azure. So as I said, if you want to create free subscription in Azure, there are two things are the prerequisites. One is you should have a new mail ID and you should have a new credit card which you have not used previously for creating the free subscription. If you have used mail ID or credit card previously for creating free subscription in Azure, you cannot create free subscription again with the same details, meaning with the same credit card or same email ID. Okay, you need to get the new mail ID and you need to have a new credit card if you want to create the free subscription. Okay, next, how to create Azure free subscription. So once we have a prerequisites, we will see how you can create the free subscription. Then we are going to see how to log in into the Azure portal. What happens is you will create the free subscription. Okay, so once you create a free subscription, what happens? It will automatically redirect you into the Azure portal. But later you want to log out and log in again. We are going to see how you will log in into the Azure portal. Then we will see a quick tour on Azure portal. What is meant by a quick tour on Azure portal is, so we will see how to see all the services which are available in Azure. Suppose if I want to find out any Azure Data Factory, how can I find that particular service quickly? And there are some services which I am going to use very frequently. I want to put them in my favorite list. So you have something called favorite list. I want to put all those frequently used services in favorite list. You can you can move them into the favorite list. How you can do that? So all those things we will see. Okay, how you can check your remaining balance. Example, when you create a free subscription, you will get 13,300 rupees. So as you are using services, you are going to consume amount, right? So you want to see how much money is remaining in your free subscription. So all those details, how you can see from the Azure portal, I will show you. Next, what is subscription? Because if you want to get started with any service in Azure, you should know what is subscription. Okay, what are the different types of subscriptions available? So we will see. Next, what is resource group? So we are going to see what is resource group. So here itself the name indicates group and resource. What it means is you are going to group the resources, that's all. Meaning you have Azure Data Factory is one of the resource. Data Lake storage, that is the storage one service. Blob storage one service. I'm just giving the names. Don't think that you know everything. So nobody knows about all these things because we have not discussed any of this. But I'm just giving the main things are Azure Data Factory, Databricks, and you can say Data Lake Analytics, Data Lake Storage, Azure Experience, and these are the different services we have. So I want when I created all these services, I want to group them. Okay, I want to group them. How we can group them is by using something called Azure Resource Group. We can able to group them. What is the advantage if you group them? So we will discuss that. Then what is location/region? So it's nothing but a data center. So we have multiple data center, right? So even recently, what is that in Hyderabad, right? I did not remember exact name. In Hyderabad, the AWS team is launching the data center. Okay, so like in India, we already have some 3 data centers for Azure, like Microsoft, and they may establish more data centers in India and other countries, because if any cloud provider is having more data center, it will be a good. They can attract more customers. How they can attract and why it is good to have a more data centers. All those things we will discuss. Okay, so these are the things we are going to discuss. So let me start with this one, prerequisites to create free subscription in Azure. So as I said, so first thing is we will see some of the questions. People, they are very scared to create free subscription, right? So I will just give you some questions and I will answer those questions. The first thing is people will ask who is eligible for the Azure free account. So the Azure free account is available to all new customers of Azure. If you have a new mail ID, you are eligible. That's all. All new customers are eligible to create the free account, Azure free account. Okay, if you have never tried or paid for Azure before, you are eligible. Okay, even though you have created a Azure free account with one mail ID, if you have another mail ID, if you are trying with new mail ID, you are the new customer. Suppose if you are trying with the same mail ID, then you are the old customer. So this account is free for all new customer. When you will become a new customer, if you use new mail ID, if you use new credit card, remember. So ultimately you are eligible if you use new mail ID and new credit card. Next, do I pay anything to start with the Azure free account? No. Remember, no. Starting is completely free, and when you create a free tier subscription, you get a 13,300 credit. You can spend this amount during first 30 days. Okay, first 30 days you can spend this 13,300 rupees. If you created this account from India, you will see money in terms of INR, Indian rupees. If you have created this account from UK or USA, you will see dollars. You will get a $200 for free. If you are creating account from India, you will see in terms of INR. Next, do I have to pay something after 30 days? So everybody have question, right? So maybe after 30 days, I don't want to use, but maybe some services are running. Will those services will consume amount from my credit card? You don't worry, no. Okay, at the end of your first 30 days, meaning on 30th day or 31st day, they will send you some notification saying that can you upgrade your subscription from free trial to the pay as you go. Please upgrade your subscription to continue to use the Azure services. If you are not upgrading your free trial subscription, you cannot continue to use your products because your subscription will be disabled after 30 days. As I said, free account is available only for 30 days. This 13,300 rupees you should use within these 30 days. You, even though you just consume 1,300 rupees, 12,000 is remaining. You cannot do anything about that. So you are going to lose 12,000 just like that after 30 days. So that's why what I am suggesting to all of our people is, so that's why I requested who all have credit card. So if you say, like, if you have 5 people who is having credit card, let's create a one account, and that account we all will use that account first. So once that account is completed, then I will create a new account with new, like, another person credit card, and we will use like another account for practicing. Likewise, so if we have 5 credit card, so we can use like 5 months instead of everybody's created free trial and everybody account, like everybody subscription will expire in 30 days, right? So that's why what I wanted to do, if I have 5 credit cards, one credit card I will use this month, next month I will use another credit card, next month I will use another credit card. So once I create account with one credit card, we all, like, we 20 people or 25 people, we all can use same account. Once money, maybe if we are if we all using, maybe within 20 days entire money will go. Okay, fine, on 21st day itself we can create. So then what happens is, if everybody's created free trial subscription, we cannot consume 13,300 rupees within 30 days. Unnecessarily you are going to lose the amount, and unnecessarily you are not using your account properly. Okay, I hope you got it why I requested for credit cards. Okay, fine. Now, do I have to pay something after 30 days? As I said, at the end of your first 30 days, you can continue using your free products after you upgrade your account to pay as you go pricing. So as I said, after 30 days, they will give you notification saying that please upgrade your subscription from free trial to pay as you go pricing model. What is pay as you go? Pay as you go means whatever you used, for that you need to make a payment. For that, what you need to make a payment. If you're not upgrading, then your free trial subscription will be disabled. You cannot use any Azure services from the 31st day. Okay, and remove the spending limits. So you can actually, what you have here is in free trial subscription we have some spending limit 13,300, but when you go to pay as you go, it's unlimited. You can use Azure services for 1 lakh if you are ready to pay 1 lakh. You can consume Azure services for 1 crore if you're ready to pay. Okay, so there is a unlimited, but don't worry, I upgraded, suddenly it increased to like 10,000. That is not going to happen. So based on your usage, it is going to happen. Next thing that you can do is, if you upgrade from free trial to pay as you go subscription, okay, you can put some kind of a thresholds. Whenever in this subscription, pay as you go subscription, whenever my price is reached 1,000, please send a notification to me. So you will receive a notification saying that you need to make 1,000 rupees payment to Microsoft, because under pay as you go, your charges are 1,000 rupees crossed. Some notification you will get. So based on that, you are going to make a payment and you will take care. So why 1,000 rupees, whether I really used the services or not, you can be able to check all those things. Next, what do I need to sign up for a free account? Okay, what do I need to sign up for a free account? So what you need is, all you need is a phone number and a credit card, GitHub account or Microsoft account username. What it means is, see, phone number, we have phone number. We need to verify even phone number. Okay, even you can use the existing phone number which you have used for your previous accounts, right? So same phone number you can use. That's why I have not highlighted. Credit card must be new one, and Microsoft account, meaning you can have a Gmail or Outlook or Hotmail. Any of this will work. Okay, if you have these things, these are the needful things if you want to create a free account. Next, how do I know how much of the 13,300 I have used and how much I have used? Remember, you are remind. So that's why I said, friends, everybody please be in mute. Somebody is in unmute. Fine. Your remaining credit card is shown at the top of the management portal, so you can able to know how much you have spent from the Azure management portal. I will show you that. Okay. Any question in this particular slide? Any questions, friends, in this particular slide? Okay, no questions. Thank you, Ratan, Krishna, and Nagaraj. Let me move on. Now, what is subscription? Okay, so now we learned a little bit about what are the things I need to know before I create the Azure free subscription. Okay, what is that subscription exactly? It's a one of the service in your Azure. This is the one of the service in Azure. Okay, subscription is a type of cloud service you want to purchase from Microsoft. You are going to purchase this subscription from Microsoft. Why you need to why you need to purchase this subscription? If you want to consume any Azure products, any Azure services, you should have a subscription, because you need to make a payment. How you will make a payment? With the help of subscription. That's why you need to make a payment to your subscription. By you need to purchase this subscription. Once you purchase this subscription, you can able to use the Azure products. See, in order to take advantage of Azure cloud-based services, meaning if you want to take advantage of any cloud-based service, okay, you must have a subscription. Next, within the subscription, resources can be provisioned. What is provisioned? It's nothing but you can create it. The resources can be created where? Within the subscription. Within the subscription, resources can be created as instances of the many Azure products and services. Okay, as an instance of the many Azure products and services, you can able to launch or provisioned or created. All these are the synonyms. You can launch, provisioned or created these resources within the subscription. Next, it serves as a single billing unit for Azure's resources. Example, you are using Azure Data Factory, you are using Azure Databricks. For Azure Data Factory, you need to make 100 rupees. For Azure Databricks, you need to make a 200 rupees. What is the total payment? 300 rupees. So 300 rupees money will consume from this subscription. Let's say this subscription you purchased for 13,300 rupees. Now, how much money you consume? 300, 100 for ADF, 200 for Databricks. Okay, now what is the remaining balance? 13,000. Okay, so likewise, whatever services you used in Azure, for all those resources, all the services, the money will be deducted from the subscription. In a subscription, you will have a amount. Okay, that amount may be like first time you can use it, they will give you the bill. So once you receive the bill, you can pay. Example, if you look at the electricity bill, right, in our home, what happens? So at the month end, they will just give you some bill. Based on the bill, you are going to make a payment. In the same way, there is a subscriptions, something called pay as you go. Pay as you go means first you use all Azure services. At the end of the month, they will give you this much you have consumed, please make a payment this much. Okay, they will give something like that. That is called pay as you go. Free subscription means you already have a 13,300 rupees. You already have a 13,300 rupees. You are going to consume the resources. As you are using the resources, money will be deducted from the subscription. Okay, example, if you look at the phone balance, example, I have recharged with 100 rupees. If I talk for 2 minutes, 2 rupees will deduct. Now, how much remaining in my SIM? 98 rupees, right? In the same way, subscriptions are two types. One is you can have a you can have a prepaid. Second one is postpaid, something like that. Prepaid means you can have a money in the subscription. That money will be used by your Azure resources. Second one is prepaid. Prepaid we discussed. Postpaid means you just use the Azure services first. Later money will be deducted. Later you can make the payment. Okay. Next, an Azure subscription is linked to a single account. Remember, in your I have created my account and Parmesh has created his account. Okay, we two are there. Now we two cannot use same subscription. For his account, he can have a one subscription. For my account, I should have a one account. Subscription must be a it's a single subscription is used for a single account. What it means is here you may confuse. The problem is in a account you can have multiple subscriptions. Okay, in a account you can have a multiple subscription. I can have a free trial, I can have a pay as you go, I can have some other things, visual subscription. I can have multiple subscriptions in a single account. But remember, same subscription you cannot attach to the two different accounts. Okay, as I said, one subscription I cannot use for my account and Parmesh account. But in my account, I can have a free subscription, pay as you go subscription, visual subscription, and other subscriptions. We have many subscriptions I will discuss. Okay, next. These are the subscriptions which don't have spending limit. Okay, example, pay as you go. Pay as you go means it's all these are the postpaid. Okay, first you consume the resources, then you are going to make a payment. Pay as you go, cloud solution provider, enterprise agreement, all these are the different subscription. Next, subscriptions with a spending limit. You see here we have a Visual Studio subscription and free trial subscription. Under free trial subscription, you will get $200. If you convert the $200 into INR, it will be 13,300 rupees plus. Next, Visual Studio. Visual Studio is you will get a $150. But how you will get Visual Studio is if you are working in a companies like TCS, Wipro, DXC, and HP, and some other companies, right? So these companies will provide this Visual Studio subscription. Under the subscription, every month you will get a $150. Every month it will renewal. Okay, so example, you have received $150 in this month and you consumed only $10. So how much is remaining in your account? $150. Till next month you have not used, doesn't matter, this $150 will expire and your account will be credited with $150 again in next month. Okay, so this is very good. If you can able to find how you can get the Visual Studio subscription from your companies, it will be very helpful. You can able to practice it. Okay, next, free trial. We know we need to have a new mail ID and new credit card if you want to create a free trial subscription. Okay, any questions in this? Any questions in this? Paramesh, clear. Sudhir Reddy, Chaitanya. Okay, thank you. Let me move on now. Next thing is called, what is resource group? See, resource group is a logical container into which Azure resources like web app, database, storage accounts are deployed and managed. Example, I will create a WhatsApp group. Okay. Later, whoever wants to join our training, I will add them to our WhatsApp group. So how simple it is. So now I know who all are joining for my business intelligence master program. If I add all of them to this particular group, so I have a one more group called Databricks master program group. So into that group, whoever is interested on Databricks, I will add them to that group. Now I can able to clearly differentiate what resource, like who all are attending my like business intelligence master program, who all are attending a Databricks master program. Okay, it's very clear now. So in the same way, what happens is this resource group, if you use resource group to launch all the required resources into this resource group, you can find out the all the services which you are using for particular task. Example, in real time, what happens? You have a like a dev environment, you will have a UAT environment, you have a production environment, right? So some people like students, they don't know what are these. Let me give you some idea on this. So basically, let's imagine Facebook. When you develop a Facebook or WhatsApp, doesn't matter. You just consider any application. What happens is developers will write a code in backend. First time, what they wanted to do, they will test it in the development environment itself. For example, if you look at the Facebook, so when they have written code for Facebook, they will check whether like option is working, comment option is working, or share option is working, post option is working, friend request option is working, create a new account is working, so log out login is working properly or not. All these things they will write code and they will check it in a development environment itself. Okay, very good. So now let's say if they realize that everything is working fine here, same code they will test it. Example, same code they will deploy into somewhere else. Example, how you can understand it is, let's say you don't know any Azure service, that is the problem. So if you consider what happens is, same code they will test it in one server, right? So same like they will create another server, in another server they will deploy same code there. Okay, so you need to understand there are three servers, because if you want to run a code, you will have a application servers. Okay, something WebLogic, maybe I'm not sure, WebLogic, Tomcat, Jetty. So all these are the web application deploy. Okay, we can able to deploy web applications in these servers. So now I have Facebook code. I have tested this code in a my dev server. Okay, everything is working. You just take this code and put it in a UAT server. You have three servers, as I said, totally different. Okay, these three servers. Now I will test my Facebook code in first server. If everything is fine, bring this code and test it in a UAT server. Here also, if it is fine, take this particular code and put it in a your prod server. Once this code is available in prod server, meaning it is available to end user. End user, who is end user? We all are the end users. Okay, we all are using Facebook, right? So which code we are accessing? Actually production code. So whatever we do, all these are going to run on the production code. Suppose now what happens, Facebook is interested to introduce something called video call and some kind of audio calls, all these things. Now they introduce, but when they plan to introduce these things, what they are going to do is, if you remember, they tested whatever code currently they have in production, they tested in dev, UAT and production. Now what happens is, same code they will take it into dev and they will add the extra features. After adding extra features, they will test each and everything, because what happens is, when you are modifying something, there will be a dependency. Because of this, some things may not work. That's why when you make any new change, whenever you add a new feature, you need to test all the features once again, all the dependency features. Now after they introduced video call and audio call into Facebook, they will test it everything properly in dev again. For one more kind of a testing, they will deploy all these new features and old code into UAT environment. Here also they will test it. If in these two places, if it is working fine, they will deploy this code into the production. Once this code is deployed into production, our video call and audio call will be available to the end user. Okay, got it, friends? Clear? Why they need to do like this? Very simple. Because what happens is, if they are not testing 1 or 2 times before they deliver to the end user, example, just think about our today training. So because what happens is, by mistake I introduced first slide is Databricks master program slide. So then what happened, I just removed that and added. So when I added, I did not test it properly, all the slides are running properly or not. So again we faced some issue, right? So all these are the issues. Why all these issues are coming? Because you are not testing properly whether it is working as expected or not. You need to test it before you give it to the end user. Example, if Facebook options are not working, somebody will create an account and they will check, okay, one option is not working, they will click somewhere, it is all not working, then immediately they will send you some comments saying that you will just spread this bad message to all the people saying that this particular Facebook options are not working, this is not good. Immediately that company, so ultimately that product will not succeed in the market, right? So that's why whatever you deliver into production, that should be tested properly before you deploy it into the production. Okay, I hope it is clear to all of you. Now, so now you understood, right? So we have a servers and code for dev environment, servers and code for UAT environment, servers and code for our production environment. So you need to group the servers and required resources for dev into a one group, all the servers and required resources for your UAT into another group, all the servers and required things into a production group. That is third thing. Now, how many resource groups we have? Total 3: dev resource group, UAT resource group, production resource group. Now, if you want to look for your development Azure Data Factory, you can quickly go to a development resource group. You can able to find all the services which are available in your dev. So if you want to look for your production server, you just go to production resource group. You can able to find out the production services which you have in your production resource group. So see, these all are theory, but don't worry, as we do the practicals, you will have a better clarity. Okay, next. Azure resource groups are logical collection of related resources such as storage accounts, virtual network, virtual machine to deploy, manage, and maintain them as a single entity. So instead of maintaining all of them independently, we are going to maintain all of them as a single entity with the help of resource group. Now what happens is, sometimes we don't know, right? So when you create a virtual machine, let's imagine when you create a let's go with Azure Databricks. When you create Azure Databricks, you will simply give some details to launch Azure Databricks workspace. But backend, it is going to launch Azure storage account, something called virtual network, security group, network watcher, and many things it is going to create. All these are the dependencies where it is going to keep all these things. We have not created. When you create a Databricks backend, it required all these things. So all these services it is going to create. Where it is going to keep all these services. Remember, if you create a resource group, in this resource group, if you launch Databricks, what Databricks will do is, all the dependency services also it will keep it in this resource group. So after some time, after creating the Azure Databricks workspace, you want to understand what all the services it has created for with the dependency, you can go to resource group and you can see. Okay, clear? So I will show you everything practically, don't worry. When you create any resource in Microsoft Azure, you are required to assign it to an Azure resource group. Remember, you may think, so I don't want to add this resource to any resource group. That is not possible. You must and should, you need to add any resource into any resource group at least. So remember, it's a one-to-one mapping. One resource should have a should be there in a one resource group only. You cannot keep one resource in two resource groups. Okay, example, when I create a Azure Data Factory service, this Azure Data Factory service should be included in a one resource group only. You cannot include in a multiple resource group. Okay, next thing, you cannot create a Azure Data Factory without assigning a group. without assigning resource group. You must tell in which resource group you want to add this Azure Data Factory, whether it's a dev resource group, whether UAT resource group, whether it's a product resource group. Next, users will utilize this structure for better governance and cost management for their infrastructure. What it means is, example, let's say I am using Azure Data Factory, Azure Databricks. Now, if you look at, as we discussed, Azure Data Factory, I am like consuming 100 rupees. Azure Databricks, I am consuming 200 rupees. Total how much? 300. So now, instead of calculating each service pricing independently, if you go to research group and ask, hey research group, how much you have consumed, it will tell, hey, I consumed 300 rupees. How? Because under resource group you have two services, Azure Databricks, Azure Data Factory. Data Factory 100 rupees, Databricks 200. So the total amount 300. Resource group will tell you, so the total amount consumed by my resources, whatever resources under me, those resources consumed, total amount equal to 300 rupees. 300 rupees, something like that. It will give you the cost management also you can able to do. So something like this you can have, friends. You should have a subscription. Under a subscription you will have a resource groups. Once you have a resource group, you are going to launch all the resources. You see here SQL database, virtual machine, and like tables. So all the services which you want, you are going to launch it in a resource group. This resource group will be there under a subscription. This subscription will be there in a your account. Okay, any doubts in this particular slide? Okay, if no questions, let me move on. Okay, so this is our third one. What is location slash region? Example, as I said, right? So we have discussed about on-premise and the cloud. On-premise means it may be my own place. My own place means my home, my organization. It can be my office, anything, right? So if my laptop, if I keep it in my house, I can say my laptop is there in on-premise. If I move this laptop into cloud data center, okay, what is cloud data center? Cloud data center is nothing but these kind of physical missions. They will keep it in a different places. Those servers you can access it from your home. Okay, I have 10 computers. Okay, example, remember. So this scenario, if I explain, you can able to understand. I have 10 computers. 9 computers, I will move it to a different data center. So one I will move to US, one I will move to UK, one I will move to Australia, so one I will move to Singapore, something like that. So there are total 9 servers, 9 computers. I will send it to the different data centers. Now I have one server. So now what I can do is, from this one server, I can able to access all the 9 servers which are available in a different locations. Okay. Now, why you are moving all these services, all these servers into a different locations? Can you guess it and tell me? We discussed what is the problem if I have servers at my own place. As I said, we need to take care of power supply. We need to take care of internet, cooling system, security. These are 4 main things that you need to take care. Yeah, maintenance, very good, Nagraj. So maintenance, everything we need to take care, right? So that's why what I am doing is I am just accessing the servers from the data centers. Okay, remember, I no need to send my computers. Cloud providers, they already have lot of servers in their data center. You just tell them how many servers you need, how many computers you need from US data center, how many computers you need from your UK data center. It will just give you. Okay, within 5 minutes you can able to request and you will get these servers. So that is the power of cloud. Okay, so when you are accessing the servers which are available in a data center, so what all advantage you will get? You can completely focus on the business instead of focusing on power supply, internet, cooling system, physical security, all those things. You can completely focus on your business. So, but what is exactly this data center? It's a physical location. It's a one place. In that place, they will keep big storages, big servers, all those things they will put, and they will give it to all the people whoever is requested for their usage. Okay, now you see, Azure data centers are located around the world in a strategic places that best meets the customer demands. These areas known as Azure regions. Okay, so data center means to maintain all your infrastructure, server, storages, network, okay, everything. If you want to maintain, we need some physical location. That physical location is nothing but a data center. These data centers is called a Azure regions. Now, the Azure data centers are located around the world in a strategic places that best meets the customer demands. These areas are known as Azure regions, same point repeated, and are placed at a distance of at least 300 miles or 480 kilometers from each other in case there is a natural disaster that would affect more than one region at a time. What it means is, example, so I have one data center in Hyderabad, one more data center I have in Bangalore. So if I'm not maintaining this much distance, what happens if I keep two things like two data centers within Hyderabad? So recently we have seen floods in Hyderabad. What happens is two data center will destroy. Okay, two data centers will not be available for your usage. So what happens is it will lead to like business loss. All the customers, whoever is set up their data centers and their infrastructure, everything they cannot able to use uh, in those floods, right? So that's why what Microsoft is doing is Microsoft is keeping these data centers at least 480 kilometers away from each other. What it means, one data center you can have in Hyderabad, another data center at least 480 kilometers away from that particular data center, so that if at all any cyclone, floods or natural disaster, something tsunami, something happened, you will lose a one data center, you can have a other data center safe. If somebody is facing issue in Hyderabad data center due to floods, all their request, all their data will be copied, all their backup will be taken into the another data center. Okay, that's how they are going to give the complete availability of the resources to the customers. Example, I need to run my computer always 24/7. What happens in floods and all comes, then my data center will not be available, ultimately server will not be available. So in those cases, what the cloud providers are going to do is they will move all your servers, all your requests to the another data center. Okay, to handle all these things, they have a already strategic plan. Okay, they have a proper plan. Next, Azure operates out of 20 regions around the world. So as of today, Azure Microsoft is having a 20 regions. Geographical expansion is a priority for Azure because it enables the customers to achieve highest performance, and it supports the requirement and preference regarding the data location. So what it means is, example, if I don't have any data center in India, now I'm using US data center. Let's imagine we don't have any data center in India, all data centers available in US. Now what I can do is, whatever data I want to store it in cloud, I need to put it in a US data center. If I put my data in US data center, if I'm trying to access it in India, how much time it will take? It will take more time because US is too long, right? So it's very far from India. So it will take more time. Instead of that, let's imagine if you have a data center in India. Now you are storing your data in India. For accessing it will be much more faster, very, very fast. So that's why any cloud provider, doesn't matter whether it's a Azure or Google or it's for AWS, they need to expand. Okay, they need to expand their data centers. They need to expand these particular data centers to more regions to get the higher performance. How they will get higher performance? If we have all our data servers near to us, we will get a better performance. As I explained, if you're trying to access data from US, it will take more time. If your data is within India, it will be much more quicker. So that's why what like AWS is doing currently, AWS team is launching a one more data center in Hyderabad, near Hyderabad. Okay, likewise, Microsoft also going to launch some more data centers in India. As of today, Microsoft has 3 data centers in India. I will show you those. Next, you can see these are the different data centers. See here, this is India. In India, you see there are 3 data centers. Okay, see here we have a lot of data center. This is UK. In UK, you see 2 data centers. Okay, so something like this, we have a different data centers in different places. Okay, Any questions here? So I know it's theory part, it's boring and you may not be able to understand. Don't worry. I'm just giving you some theory part because when I started with services, you will be able to understand very clearly. Now, if I give at least, if you understand 30%, that is okay, friends. Don't worry. Okay.
Hello,
Let's
Malaya.
move on now. Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, these resource groups will be created at project level or at organization level.
Resource groups will be created project level or organization level. It's a project level. It's not organization level. Okay. For each
Means
project, we will have a different resource group.
okay.
Okay. So it will be created in a, yeah. So people may ask whatever he has asked, that question may not be able to understandable by students. So I will tell you what happens is in a organization. Let's imagine you have a TCS company. In a company, they are going to run a multiple projects. That is organization. In an organization, you can have a multiple projects. Now, Sudhir, question is, when you are creating a resource group, you will create a one resource group for all the projects, or you are going to create a one resource group for a one project. So remember, we will create a separate resource group for each project. For each project, we will have a different resource groups. Okay, now, so URL to get started with Azure is, you need to access this URL to create the Azure free subscription. Next, if you want to log in into Azure portal, you have to use portal.azure.com. Okay, so that's all slides which I have. Let's go and create now Azure free. So now we will see how to create our Azure free account. So in this, you just have to go to Azure free account. Just to click on Microsoft Azure, get 12 months of free services. So just click on start free. So let's click on create one. I want to create a new one and get a new email address. So I don't have any email address because I want to create a new email address. Just click on get new. So when you say get new email address, it will generate Outlook or Hotmail. So let's provide a username here. I will provide Cloud Pandit BA Master Program. So I can say BAMP. So Business Intelligence Master Program, BAMP. Click next. So here I am typing my username. Let's type here username. Oh, sorry, password. I just typed the password now. Click next for verification. So just click done. Done. So click done. So good, we finished it. So now it is going to create this account. Once it is created account, so we just have to provide a few more details. Let's quickly provide those details. So see here, this one, and I'm just giving my first name, last name, and this is my email address. Let me give my phone number is this, organization is this, and PAN ID I'm not providing. So now when you enter your phone number, you will receive a verification code. Just click next. So how do you want to receive your verification code? I want to receive through the call. Just click on call me. So they are going to give a call. So now I have received the call. You see now.
Thank you for using our phone verification system. Your code is 1724799. Once again.
Okay, so we received 6 digits. Just click on verify code. Okay, this time let me enter another card detail. 5 more minutes, friends. Okay, we can able to finish it. So what you need to do, you need to enter your card number. Once you have a credit card, that credit card, whatever name is printed on credit card, that name you need to give here, and card number you need to give here, expiry date, CVV, and address can be anything. Then you just click on next. Once you click on next, it will give you a verification like OTP. It will generate. Once you enter a OTP, it will deduct 2 rupees. Okay. So I have like one credit card. Let me type those details here. Meanwhile, let me pause the screen. Okay, now you see I just provided all the details. Let me give here address. Address I can say Bangalore, Karnataka, and here city name I can say Bangalore. You can say it's Karnataka. Okay, so postal code I will give 550-100. Okay, click next. So it is going to generate a OTP and send it to me. So I will type the OTP here. Okay. So how much they are going to deduct? They will deduct it 2 rupees. Okay. They will deduct 2 rupees. Why they are deducting 2 rupees? For the verification purpose. Okay. Now we'll see now. Let me just wait for the OTP. Okay, I received the OTP. Let me type the OTP here. Okay, just I'm just typing. I just click submit. Now you see we just verified with new credit card. So this is the one, you just click next. So that is gone. Okay, we verified the credit card. Now you see agreement. Okay, you just say you can agree here, and if you would like to receive some kind of a like new future information and all those things related product information, you can check it. Otherwise you just uncheck, click sign. So you need to give some kind of a feedback. Your IT professional, what is your intent, building or optimizing development, migrating, managing, using visualization, optimizing. So you can say building modern apps, something. So you can say looks good, something, some message you can write here, good, and submit this survey. Okay, this is simple survey. You can do something. Now you see it will redirect you to Azure account automatically. Okay, see I am here now. Okay, so if you want to create any of these, you can create. Otherwise you just click on home. Now you see 13,300 credit remaining. We just now created. Okay, just to click on subscription, you see here. Otherwise you can search for subscription here. We will explore other options tomorrow. Okay, in tomorrow's session we will explore about portal.